Good evening, everybody! The intro was played. We haven't missed it like we did last week. My microphone is trying to escape. Does not want to put in the work today. It's Sakura Taisen! Again. Now, here we go. Here's the moment of truth. Has the save, which I checked earlier. Is it still there? It is! That's right. You may recall 2 weeks ago, Maria-chan has promised us... No, not Maria. Idis. Idis-chan has promised us... Boso, Dai Boso. A big rampage. I hope you're ready for, yes, new type children. Iris is definitely better behaved than a Gundam child, at least. So that sadly means she doesn't have the sort of manic energy that results in, like, driving a jeep full of bombs around. Wretched Imperial Assault Troop. How dare you! Yokomo! Ariueda! Oh, of course Puro could kick Iris's ass. You seen her stats? To avenge my brother, I, Arjun Rasetsu, will repay you in kind. No, good plan. From the top of the tongue, the teeth and the lips. Those two. I'm sure they'll think up something interesting for us. Hey, Koran. Know what day it is tomorrow? Pipe down now, Iris. They're in the middle of rehearsal. Quiet, Iris. It's important to listen to everyone else's lines, too. You wanna find it out? Oh man. Sumino, this is why you don't get the top parts. You don't respect your roles. Look, there they go. Wonder who'll come out the winner. This'll be the match of the century. Hey, Maria. Know what? Iris, chattering during rehearsal is prohibited. I'm boring. I'm gonna go play with Monfrera. Iris, where are you going? We're rehearsing right now. Come back. I don't wanna. Bye-bye. Episode 4. Boso, Dai Boso! Oh, sorry, my tweets had the wrong exclamation marks. It's 1, then 2, then 3. Not 1, then 1, then 3. Eesh. Just when I think I've gotten out of ticket punching, I get roped into sorting out pay slips. In here, I thought I could take it easy until the performance of Love is a Diamond starts next week. As we all know, diamonds are forever. That's enough of your grumbling, if you don't mind. You're nearly finished anyway, isn't that right? Yeah, you're right. Finally done. Is this enough for today, Kasumi? Yes, this will be fine. Good work today, Origami. Whew, done at last. I'll be on my way then. Nice work today, Origami. I'm done with work, so I guess I'll go back to my room and relax. Origami! Hey, Sakura, what's up? Origami, have you seen Iris? Honesty, it's Sakura. No, I haven't. I see. Honestly, where could she have gone off to? Did something happen with Iris? Yes, she ran off somewhere right in the middle of rehearsal. Knowing Iris, I'm sure she'll turn up somewhere when you'll least expect it. I suppose. Well, if you happen to see her, please tell her to come back to the stage. Oh, by the way, Ogami, are you free tomorrow? Oh, I feel like this is it when we get to answer. I was actually thinking of cleaning up the large prop room. I don't suppose you'd be willing to lend me a hand? Oh, not better. I'll think about it. If I have some time tomorrow, I'll come help you out. Oh, really? But if you think you'll have the time, please do come by the large prop room. That's right, player. This is where a flag is. Unfair! That voice. Is that Iris? Unfair! You've got John Paul with you as usual, I see. Of course, he's my friend, so we're always together. I'm never gonna commit. I'm never gonna commit to a consistent voice for Iris. Oh yeah, let's get this bass voice to do Iris. Forehead. She seems really happy for some reason. Hey, Monfera, let's go on a date tomorrow. A date? A date? Hey, you'll come, right? Nope. Oh no. What a time for the frames to start dropping. Oh good, the stream has stopped dropping. Oh, that was a lot of frames. We did not accept Iris's proposal for a date. It is... Wait, I do have the mature tag on this stream, don't I? I can't go tomorrow. I've already got plans. No way. I mean, tomorrow is my birthday. Really? Yep. So I want to be with you tomorrow. Sakura, do you mind? Ogami, please go along with Iris tomorrow. We can clean any time, but a birthday only comes once a year. Sakura. Yeah, Sakura's right. Hooray! Monfair and I are going on a date. I'm heading back to the stage, so I'll be on my way. Sakura is... What's Sakura's surname again? Maxwell? I promised Iris would go on a date today. And I was looking for a drop of I've invented a new nonce detector beep 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 and I cannot find one anywhere. I'm also not going to spend an hour looking for it on stream. I promised Iris would go on a date today. I'm pretty sure she wanted me to meet her at her room. Alright, better get going. Oh! Oh, we are not railroaded into visiting Iris. So, are we actually going to visit Iris? Or are we going to a cool person's room instead in the morning? I will leave this up to the chat. That one went over a million. Yes. How are we gonna get railroaded? Are they gonna say, aren't you supposed to be with Iris? Maybe Sumire is in her room? It's Ogami. You there, Sumire? Oh, is that you, Ensign? Do come in. The door is open. Pardon me? Hi, Sumire. What are you up to? I'm writing a letter. After all, July is also called Fumizuki, the month of letters. Oh yes, there was something I wanted to ask you, Ensign. I'm writing a letter to a friend I haven't met since school. What should I write as the closing? Always go for the passionate answer. Why not something like, yours eternally? Ha! Ensign, I'm not writing to a long-lost lover. We really need to refine your manners. Okay, I should have gone for the most high society answer. My bad here. It's alright. But I should really get back to finishing this letter. Would you mind, Ensign? Sorry, I'll see myself out there. Alright. What's Kana up to? See, Kana is in her room. She isn't here. No, I've got a good idea of where where she'll be. The gym or the food. Look, Koran's in her room. Koran, are you there?
Hey, Chief. Just a sec. Oh, drat!
At the face, give us the face. Whoa, what is it? Yes!
Hi, Chief. What's the matter?
Is everything alright, Koran?
I was just in the process of finishing my latest invention. That's when you showed up. I just pulled out some wire when I got up to open the door.
Koran death count on this stream? 1. What do you make?
It's a lie detector. I called him Mr. Truth.
Lie detector? What are you going to use that for?
Well, I don't really know.
Then just blundering your way into becoming the CIA.
But I'm sure it'll be useful in an emergency situation. You never know when you're gonna need to detect if someone's lying. Better to be prepared. Okay, Chief, I have to get back to work, so excuse me, please.
Who knows? Maybe she's right and there really will be a time when we need a lie detector. Okay. Here's the thing, the way that I'm trying to play Ogami is as this smarmy Roger Moore guy, but secretly has that heart of gold and will accept responsibility for promising a child. Oh, it's a pressure-based explosion. How do you explode yourself with a lie detector? Well, you see, the weight of your guilt builds up so much pressure that if you haven't got the casing right, and the second the leak springs, it explodes on you. Iris must be waiting for me. It's Ogami. Iris, you there? Oh, it's a better outfit.
Good morning, Monfera. You came right on time.
Good. Let's talk about John Paul. Are you bringing John Paul along on our date, too?
That's right. John Paul wants to go out too, you see.
I know, she's turning into Koran there.
Oh, I see. You'll be jealous if Jean Paul comes too, won't you?
Let's play along. Yes, you're absolutely right. I thought I'd get the chance to spend some time alone with you.
Eh, really? But I feel bad to leave him all alone. So, is it okay if we bring him along? He promises he won't get in the way.
Yeah. Ogami is absolutely in the Prismalia lift. No, I'm not gonna... Actually, this is good. I'm down around here, and it's like, you get these eyes. You don't get the face. You're wearing something different from usual today.
Hey, Monfera, what do you think of this outfit?
It's very cute. It's very cute. It suits you well, Iris.
Really? Thank you, Monfrero. That makes me so happy. I wore this outfit just for you. I'm glad. Oh.
No, now, shall we get going?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Monfrero, this way. Hurry. Schnell, schnell. How do? Don't know what a French.
Great, nearly here.
Hey, Monfrero, where are you gonna take me?
Oh, let's go to the zoo. Taking the train straight to jail. On the road to hell, there was a railway line. How about we go to the my? Apologies if I just rubbed the microphone somewhere. What the hell is the filter? Linchpin part that's keeping this all together. It's decided to do runner. A while back, there was someone on eBay selling huge amounts of Sony ECM 77B pop filters. I should have bought them at the time. Oh wow, I haven't even actually looked at what's written there. There's a lot of Australian fauna popping up in this game. Let's go on. Yeah. Alright, let's grab this item. Put on there. Okay. Emergency backup. Get! How is this game in English? Well, you see, some fans who also translated Bulk Slash put out a translation patch for this game. Check it out. In fact, since someone's asking, I'm gonna go dig up. Here is the website link. Okay, guess I'm just posting the media file link. So yeah, this is an English patch. It's a fan patch. Yeah, Shin Sakura Taisen has an official English release, and 5 is an official English release. There's a fan patch of the Game Boy Color game as well that came out last year. That game is quite distinct. I feel like there's something related to 3 that I'm forgetting. Okay, now I'm remembering wrong. There isn't anything involving Sakura 3. Oh yeah, there's an English patch, check it out. And I'm running this on an actual Saturn, by the way, which is why my save data keeps having nightmares. Oh yeah, there's the OVA as well for 3. As well as the TV show for Shin, which is the part of the plot that the game didn't have time to put in. Because that game is very unfinished. Oh, okay, we have all sorts of rare animals there, like kangaroos. Yeah, I can't speak to whether there was, like, an Australia as a fashion item in Japan during the 90s. Because I can think of a bunch of media around this time which had this sudden increased interest in Australia. Front Mission, of course, another classic example for 90s games involving mechs and strategy gameplay that has a real big hard-on for Australia. Because last chapter we had Castle Area as Maria's codename, which makes no frickin' sense for a Red Army soldier. But it's cool. Yay, the zoo! Let's go! But... Hey, Monfrera. Wanna go to a Sakusa? Sakusa? Yeah, Koran said that when she was at the Hanayashiki branch, she went to Osaka-sa all the time. He said there's lots of shops and then it's really interesting. So let's go to Osaka-sa. Alright, to Asakusa, we'll go then. Yeah, let's go right now. You've arrived in Osaka-sa. Where do you want to go, Iris? Positive impressions of Shin, yeah. Shin definitely goes in that a certain magical virtual on bin of like Sega things that are just a little bit too half-baked. It's a shame. Especially since a certain magical virtual on is a really good D-pad conversion of how to play virtual on. Okay then, I wonder where we should go first. She wants to go shopping, so we're gonna go shopping. Alright, let's go shopping. Oh, she's not happy about that? And Iris, I can't buy any jewelry. It's fine, hurry! Swear, if they do the goddamn wedding ring giving. Welcome, sir and young miss. Take your time and look around. What the? It's an accessory store. I thought it was for jewelry. Hey, fella. Why don't you buy something for the young lady there? Yeah! Present! My, you two seem close. Is she your little sister? Okay. Since we're going to hell anyway, Satan guide my cock. No, she's my girlfriend. Your girlfriend? Really now? These foreigners sure are open to anything. This feels like a bit from an Alisoft game. Thank you! That makes me so happy. Well then, sir. How about buying something for your cute little girlfriend here? This guy actually seems really reasonable, and I went with the horrifying sleepy voice. Let's look at the haircuts. And the hairpin is a great choice. You look fantastic in the golden hair of hers, won't it? How can you call yourself a man and refuse to buy this for your lady? Come on, sir. I'll even give you a nice discount. That hair accessory is a good choice. Wouldn't it look nice in the young lady's hair instead of that ribbon? Yeah, this chapter is... it's pretty bad times. We should have just kept avoiding Iris. I feel like we would have gotten railroaded. Yay. Oh, we're out of here. Unfair. Will you buy it for me? Okay. She wants to lock it. Should have just played Mario's chapter? Nah. Should have replayed the second chapter again so we could actually get the swimming pool landmines on stream correctly this time. Thank you for your patronage. And there we go. We have an item. Haven't had one of them since chapter 1. Happy birthday, Iris. Here's my present to you. Ah!
Thank you, Monferrer. I was just thinking of how much I wanted this.
Suddenly this game is extremely loud and incredibly close. This is the 9/11 chapter. Do you like it?
Yeah, I'm gonna treasure it.
It's gonna be made up of 15 different sprites, handled by the Sega Mega Drive's blast processing.
So where should we go now, Monferrer?
Let's go see a movie. A nice walk in the park to stretch our legs out. But it's gonna be... You're French! You're French! You should know! You're one of the pioneering states for film! Fucking Trip to the Moon was made like when you were young, you would have seen Trip to the Moon. It's a place where they show movies, which are like plays made from moving pictures, sort of. It's like today they're playing one called Breakthrough of the Century, introducing a rare creature. Oh, kangaroo time? Iris is gonna get scared by the train pulling into the station. It's still about an hour before the start of the next screening. No point hanging around here. Let's go somewhere else, Iris. Well, damn. Railroaded into that park.
Oh, there's a fountain. Let's go over there, Monferrer. Hey, Monferrer, I have a favor to ask.
What is it?
I want to walk together with you like we're a couple.
Like a couple? Nope. No. Too much.
Piggyback?
Oh, worth it for that. Worth it for that face. A couple that stands their short king. I'm just seeing if I've got my... Oh, I do have it. Do I have the desktop audio on? Yes. Okay. Where is it? Oh, that's not it at all. Where is... Let me just look for something here. I search for...
You still think of me as a child, don't you?
Sorry, Iris, that's not what I meant.
Forget it. I've had it with you, Monferrer.
Yes.
I'm not a child. I won't get lost.
Iris, wait up. Sorry, I shouldn't have done that.
Monferrer, today is my birthday, you know.
Yeah.
So, how old do you think I'm turning today?
12 years old? Oh, crap. Ah! I see. Sorry. Guess I got it wrong.
No, that's okay. Because that means you think I look really grown up, right?
Yeah.
Yep, Hey, Monferrer, why don't we go somewhere else? I'm tired of this place.
Oh, looks like it's nearly time for the movie to start. Iris, let's make our way over to the movie theater.
Okay.
Okay! We're just in time. Let's go inside.
For some reason, my heart is pounding.
Why don't we sit here? Careful, it's dark.
ねえ、どんなお話なの？
I don't know either, but I bet it'll be interesting. Ahem! Oh no! Oh no! This is just getting worse and worse!
ねえお兄ちゃん、あの人何？
He's called an Austrian. He's called an He's called an Austrian with an interest in an arts degree. He might get a bit mad about being rejected though. He's called a narrator. He's the person who explains the story. Since the movie doesn't have any sound, the narrator tells us what's happening on the
ふー
screen.
ん。
Oh, it's starting.
さて、ここは深い深い山奥のとある研究所。まさに一人の科学者がある研究に没頭しているところなのであります。
Why not this ferret? Huh? Yes. Yes, colors before sound. Like, Thingamabob, what's his face? Trip to the moon. Yeah, George Emilio, like, had worked it out. So, how it was you wouldn't, and this is how things like Technicolor were as well, you weren't doing color photography. What you would do is, once you had processed the negatives of your film, you would paint every frame. Which is why, like, specific coloring companies and the like would have distinctive styles and the amount of colors they would use, the paints they'd use. Iris is squeezing my hand. Is she frightened? Oh. Well, I'll try taking her hand. Iris has pulled her hand away.
アイリス、子供じゃないからこんなの怖くないもん。いや、やだ。
Iris, are you okay?
いや、怖い。
Iris, calm down.
やだ、来ないで。
Iris. What was that? An earthquake? Iris, please calm down. Divine retribution has struck Ogami at last. This is bad. At this rate, the building's gonna come down. Iris, it's not safe here. Let's get out! Oh, the theater. This is awful. Just what kind of power does Iris have? Really? A knife also? Sumire, not happy. That could have gone better indeed. Yeah, I think I've lost my extremely good playlist of good sounds that I used to have. It's like all I have now is
Escape!
Ogami, you moron! How could you let this happen under your watch? The faces are so good.
Jeez, Chief. Looks like you've really done it this time.
Well, she did bust up a whole movie theater. Can't really argue with this outcome. Would you please be quiet? I can't hear what they're saying. I'm sorry. I should have kept a better eye on her.
一歩間違えば大惨事になっていたところよ。よく考えなさい。
アイリス悪くないもん。
アイリス、自分のしたこと分かっているの？
やだもん。アイリス悪いことしてないもん。
あなたの力はむやみに使ったら危険なことになるの。
まあマリアの姉ちゃんもそうきつく言わねえで。ドナルドお肌に悪いぜ。
そうはいきません。アイリスにはそれなりの処分が必要かと思います。
Yeah, fuck you, kid. Fuck them kids. Iris, you should apologize too. If you do something wrong, you apologize.
アイリス悪くないもん。
It is your fault. Ah, wait, Iris.
Sounds like someone's running this way.
Hey, watch out! You three, you were eavesdropping.
Iris.
She ran that way. Towards her room. What am I supposed to do? Yikes, I have to break out a bicycle pump to reinflate these three. Hey, are you all okay?
Chief, you got bigger things to worry about.
You should be going after Iris. I think she shot herself in her room. Right. Organ. Sakura, did Iris come by here? Yes, she went into her room. She was running pretty hard. Okay, thanks. No wonder if you'll let me in. Iris, it's Origami. Can I come in? Iris.
いや、アイリス悪くないもん。
Shoot, I don't think she's in any mood to listen to me. Boss, leave this to us.
Chief, ever heard the saying that you can't push, try pulling? Can't solve everything by just charging straight ahead. Let us help you.
Settle down and let me handle this. Listen, Iris wants to grow up fast, right? Well, since I'm the biggest person here, she'll definitely listen to what I say. honestly pity simpletons like you. Who on earth would want to grow up to be a giant musclehead like you? Excuse me? Oh, specialist, if you've just come in here, oh boy. You have missed quite the events. Oh no. What Iris wants is an adult's beauty. Meaning, she wants to grow up to be a lovely lady like myself.
Is that really the time for us to be fighting over this?
What didn't you miss? Yeah, we are well and truly on the elevator to jail. It's Iris's birthday. She insisted on us going on a date with her. She demanded jewelry to be purchased. She wanted a romantic hand-holding through the park. She was happiest when we told a shopkeeper that she's our girlfriend. Got the narrator in the motion picture theater looked like Hitler. It's been a lot. Alright, Sumire, would you handle it? Hooray! She's happy finally. Leave it to me. I will most certainly get through to her. Iris! I know all about wanting to grow up as quickly as possible. How about I show you how to put on makeup like a beautiful lady? I just need for you to open the door for me. Whoa, she opened the door. What else did you expect? Now excuse me while I go set things straight with her. I'm turning on the lights.
I put on makeup. Will I be beautiful? Will that make me a grown-up?
Well, no amount of makeup will work if you're wearing a frown like that. Ah, Santa-san. When you're putting on makeup, the most important thing is to smile. Okay, Iris?
If I smile when I put on makeup, will I be a grown-up then?
Of course. Now let's see a smile. Oh, DreamWorks. DreamWorks face. She's buying it. Talking her down is like taking candy from a baby for me. Something the matter, Iris?
Sumire, you liar. Liar! Sumire, you liar! Liar! Liar!
Iris! That was just a joke. I didn't mean anything by it. Just calm down.
What's going on?
Hey! Yeah, definitely need a screen cap for that one. Submit that one to Good Faces. I think a screen cap from one of the previous streams did wind up on Good Faces. Because it was out of nowhere, it was like the first Koran explosion popped up. The rotation. I failed. It appears our Iris can read people's minds. Sumire is fucking dead. For the second time. Got blown up by mines, blown up by a child. Are you serious?
If that's true, then we're in a real bind.
Ensign. It seems approaching Iris without real conviction will only hurt her more. I think we should leave her be for now. Guess we have no choice but to pull back for now. What should I do? Nah, fuck them kids. I can't get through to Iris right now. I should just head back to my room and think what to do next. Ogami. It's okay.
Matilda-san.
Ogami, you look quite troubled. Yeah, how can I get Iris to listen to me? That's a difficult question. Sumire and the others see Iris as a child, but Maria is trying to treat her as an adult. Okami, what do you think? Dialectics, baby! Time to be the synthesis you want to see in the world. I think both sides are incorrect. Well, if you understand that, then I don't think there's anything left for me to say. Next step is up to you, Ogami. We're counting on you. I am Yeah, let's see how pissed off everyone is after that debacle. Oh no, we have de-escalated Sumere's anger. But sadly, no big damage boosts yet. Oh, FMV. That's expressionist stop, baby. A screaming, a screaming in the chat. Yeah, isn't the quest ending in bulk / significantly better than anything we've seen today? It's just a Yume. Unfair. Oh, Ogami is all about the MILFs. I want to become a grown-up as soon as possible. Morning already? I wonder if Iris has calmed down. Oh, not even giving me the choice this time. Iris? Iris, it's me. Would you listen to what I have to say, please? Iris, next Sunday, are you free? Let's try the date again.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
だってアイリスお兄ちゃんと出かけても腕も組めないし、アイリスが子供だから楽しくなさそうなんだもん。
It's not like that, Iris.
嘘だもん。
I'm not lying, Iris.
だったらキスして。
Yes!
早く。
Ah! Ah! What's wrong, Iris?
お兄ちゃん嘘ついてる。 愛してなんかいない。キスしたいとも思ってない。アイリス、お兄ちゃんの心読めるもの。アイリスのことお兄ちゃんはやっぱり子供だと思ってるよ。
Hello everyone who is tuning in for the first time. My name is Penta305. Thank you for watching this stream. She's gone. Good. Good. What? Ogami! Sakura! What on earth is... This is really bad. Iris boarded a kobo and headed outside. What? If Iris goes running around town the way she is now, there's gonna be all sorts of trouble. Come on, let's get into the command room. This is quite a pickle. And I'm pickled too. Who'd have thought little Iris-chan would go running around town in a kobu? Not to mention the kobu she took was our very latest model, fresh from the Hanayashiki branch. Sir, do we know where Iris is headed? It appears she's heading towards Sakura. Oh, just gonna smash up the theater again. She is? She's managed to get that far, but it's her first time even piloting a kobu. Get to Sakura, bring Iris back to us. I'm counting on you, everyone. What? Sir. What, Ayame? What's gotten you riled up? Yes, Iris is textually in It's the Hive of Darkness. I've got a confirmed report of the Hive's Hex-Mech. Friggin' Hex-Mechs every time. Are you serious? Damn it! They would have to show up right now, wouldn't they? Well, I suppose we should count it as a blessing that Iris is heading for a Sakura then. This way, we can secure Iris and take down the Hive of Darkness simultaneously. Alright, head for a Sakura immediately. I'm counting on you, Ogami! Yes, sir. Okay, let's move. Wait a moment, Ogami. Ma'am? Ogami, I trust you understand why Iris ran away. What would you say are Iris's good points, Ogami? What? For example, she's cheerful, innocent, and is honest with herself and others about her feelings. The very things that make her childish are also the things we like the most about her, wouldn't you agree? So, she shouldn't force herself to grow up too fast. Please tell her that, Ogami. I think perhaps you are the only one who can. Oh then, Ogami, everyone's waiting for you. Sortie at once. Alright everyone, we're bringing Iris back. Got it? You got it, boss. This time we'll brook no failures. Iris, we're coming.
So don't go doing anything crazy.
Let's go, Ogami. Let's save Iris. It's back on the train. Okay, everyone's just normal. And there's at least some attack boost, so hopefully we'll still get our one-shots. This is indeed a Sega game for the Sega set. Sega is sending us to jail. Muero!
オンキリキリバサラウンバッタオンキリキリバサラウンバッタオンキリキリバサラウンバッタオンキリキリバサラウンバッタ
Oh, that is a Zen swastika. Because they're evil Buddhists loyal to the shogunate who want to dismantle the Meiji Restoration. What? Where did you come from?
It's okay, Iris. You're not in trouble or anything, so come on over here.
Iris, you're such a smart little girl. Why don't you come over here? That's a good kid. Come on over. Got you. Now behave yourself.
You're not slipping away again.
Okay, now you just be a good girl.
You're all liars!
Ah! My beautiful machine! What have you done to it? What should we do, sir? We need to take care of the enemy first.
Wait, Chief. What about Iris?
No, Sakura! Sir, Sakura's Korbu is moving out. Leave Iris to me. Everyone else, focus on the enemies.
I knew it. You don't care about me at all, Monfreda.
Iris, wait! Captain, the enemy is at Sensoji Temple on the other side of the Kaminarimon Gate. Crush them with a single blow.
You make it sound easy, but they've got Kaminarimon locked up tight.
There's no time to waste. It's a painful decision, but we need to take down the Kaminarimon Gate.
You lack the firepower. Last time it burned down, they rebuilt the whole thing using Celestial. Our Cobra weapons will bounce right off it. Even the Soaring Whale's cannons wouldn't put a scratch on it.
Looks like we don't have any options. Everyone, focus on taking down the rear guards for now. Okay, so we have stuff over there. We have the boss hiding behind the gate. Marty is off doing her own stuff. Huh. Is there another steam vent there? Okay. Let's not do a lot of running around over here. Hopefully, Koran can get from here. I screwed that up. How the cursor make me think it was green? Okay, can she hit from here? No, I had it worked out right and it was the wrong unit because the controls are really bad in these sections. You insects, if you don't swarm together, you're completely useless. I am Rasetsu, and I will make you pay for killing my brother. I will make you pay dearly. Tremble before the might of the Hive of Darkness. But first, Ogami, before I send you to Jigoku, answer me one question. Which of your squad members is dearest to you? Sumire. Answer. So it's Sumire. I see. Yeah! What on earth is happening? Okay, Sumire is dead yet.
Thank you.
神崎風神流
Sumire is not going to be able to one-shot him. She's going to be able to steadily build up damage. One by one, I'll send each of you to hell with my summoning magic. Then you'll see how it feels to watch your comrades die before your eyes. Ogami, I'm heading your way with a soaring whale. You have to hold out until I arrive. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you can cover from anywhere. And so you really do care about me. The power of love is how he can do it. He's just very fast, but it's important. Yeah, might as well just have Sumire stab him every turn and charge up until I run out of covers. But there's better one-shots still. Okay, it was entirely because she was at very high move. A mask map is why. He was able to do so much damage. That's unfortunate. Oh, Sumire is always the goal. We just keep screwing it up.
やはり私のこと
But these are a good way to farm some affection. Ow. Oh, critical. Nice. I'm concerned that I'm going to run out of. Oh, it's a word. I'm concerned that he's going to get off his special the turn after I run out of covers. I mean, these aren't particularly hard strategy sections, at least not so far. Just good, because they're slow as hell to do. Yeah, I don't know if caught on special if the units are self-powered or if they draw energy from the main mech. So I don't know if they're bits or funnels. We've got enough to survive the first super at least. Oh no, that's gonna hit 2 people. This is probably the best spot to go. Gun. It's my favorite superpower from Urusei Yatsuda. Gun. And defend once again. Yeah! Watch out, it's Algo Golski. Ooh, big concern that Koron's gonna get taken out. Algo would indeed have done damage. Okay, no crit, we're good. Yes, crits! Steadily whittling him down.
よし。敵は私が。
What a waste of a crit. You can tell if it's a crit because they rev up before striking. Not much to the strategy here, as it often is with these maps. Still a lot of time taken up. The thing is, like, this is 97. There's decent SRPG UI by this time in games. Super Robot Wars is well and truly an F, which is pretty good. Because 4 is really when I don't really want the special.
神崎風神流胡蝶の舞。
And Front Mission 1 plays better than this game does, and that's a SNES game. Like, we're up to, like, Front Mission 3 by this point. They're not connected together, unfortunately. I want to die. Dead. They're all at death points, so... Yes, that one's going. Yeah, 1 and 3 are very good games for Front Mission. Oh man, Front Mission left alive. Hiya. So I guess we will just... Let's see if we can make our way towards the gate now. Meanwhile, Sumire, very happy with us. I mean, Front Mission did also give us Gun Hazard. That game rules. One day I'll have to stream Front Mission Gun Hazard again. Hey! Fogami, I'll activate the steam circuits that open and close the Kaminarimon gate. This is going to be a little messy, but here we go! Good, the gate opened. Everyone, get in there. Looks like I'll have to pull out my own trump card and drown you all in a sea of blood. Koron's okay, she can move out. Yeah, it's the boss music time. Oh no. I have to actually back off and defend with Sumire now. I am out of covers. As everyone else rushes in. Get those gauges. Good turn for him to burn the super though before it becomes a map attack. Whoa! Holy cow.
Kanzaki Fujinryu Kochou no Mai.
At least these supers are all loaded up. What is happening with Sakura and Mario? Look, Sumire would not have been able to do it without the help of her friends. Yeah, that checks out. Ah, good. And heal. I'm gonna keep Ogami here. So he doesn't attack Sumire. Much better. Now he can start chucking BTS. Button is still a turn off, unfortunately. Let it rip. Oh, the little wiggle it does? Do you remember the extremely funny running animation the last chapter's boss had? If not, go back and look at it again. It's very good. Oh my goodness me. Close enough for her special. Dang it. Maybe we'll just go for Ogami this turn now. Don't think this is gonna kill though. Oh, so close. And he is just gonna kill Sumire. Yep. That sucks.
隊長には私が必要ですのに。
And that's the biggest problem.
よっし
They
ゃ。
like you less if they get shot down. Just gonna have to deal with that.
敵は私。
Oh, a crit. Alright, what's your trump card? Alright, we did it. Victory pose. Wait! No! The scene that awaited us after the battle was busted up Kobu. Inside was a dazed Sakura and Naira sleeping peacefully beside her against the backdrop of the completely destroyed Kaminari mod. I mean, it's obvious why it's obvious why Sakura's not on this map, because a special move would just pass through the gate and hit the boss. So I think the strat for clearing it quickly would be Sakura to say Sakura, so we warp Sakura in and then Sumide's still there as well. Incoming.
まったく、どうしてこの美しく優雅な私が。はあ、片付けなどしなくてはいけないのかしら。一体全体誰のせいですの？聞く。あれ。ここどこ？何があったの？
What? You don't remember anything?
アイリス、お部屋で泣いてたのは覚えてるんだけど。でもなんだか嫌なことみんなどっかに飛んでってすっきりした気分。
Well, good. That's good.
あれ？どうしたの兄ちゃん？え？
You.
はい、こちら舞台の袖ではすみれさんとカンナさんが舞台稽古しています。
パンチだ、キックだ、ボディだ、チンだ。めんどくせえ。次回桜大戦、
花と咲かせよ。
乙女の意地で。
大正桜に。
のも止めて面倒を見るぜ。
ちゃんちゃらおかしいですわ。
Alright, everybody. Next time on Sakura Taisen, the good episode. Big apologies. Big apologies for tonight's episode. Good lord. What? What a nightmare episode. Okay, let's do the thing. Next time, gay. Next time on Sakura Taisen, gay, homosexual, gay. We go once again. So we go over to here, push this, then we push this. Okay. Saving the cartridge. Good. Now we go here. Make doubly sure we do the other form of memory backup. next week I can get my booster shot, which means I'll be confident with going to the shops again, and I can just buy a frickin' CR2032 battery. Yeah, Burning Ranges is there. That's waiting for later. What do I put on this time? I haven't done Sokyu Gurentai in a while. So that is what we'll do. Yes, I'll just use my pad, because I need to also get some liquid nails to fix one of my sticks. From memory, there's issues with Sonic R running through Ephemera. This is still the funniest boot up. Seeing Electronic Arts on a frickin' Rising game. What a time to be alive. Yeah, this credit is not going to go well because it's Sokyu Gurentai. This game is hard. I think this is the one I use. When EA publishes someone else's much better game. Now, I think this. Hey, you like aesthetic? You like typesetting? Have I got a game for you? Okay, there's my button. There's my rapid shot. Here's my lockout shot. So this is like the 5th game that Rising made. That's good old 18, Dungeon Fighter Online, Naruto, Clash of the Ninja, etc. They had a shooting developer. They had a shooting division through to the year 2000. Their last game was Beyblade, whatever it's called. Is that the one with the bomb? No. Like most Rising games, this game has very bizarre dynamic difficulty rules. They're not as complex as, say, Battle Garages, where you have like this really ridiculous complex system and of like this stemming the growth of your rank. No, the rules are much simpler in Sokyu Gurentai. There's a big score bonus if you destroy every enemy in the level, but if you destroy everything in the level, then it will jack up the difficulty. So you destroy all but one thing in the level for the optimal scoring. The other main source of increasing difficulty is increasing your shot power. So I would simply never increase my shot power. So all these P's that get revealed, do not pick them up. Never ever pick up a shot power up in this game. It will screw you over in the long run. Is that the bomb one? No, that's not. That's also not the bomb one, is there? Where's the damn bomb go? There it is. You almost come. Fortunately, your homing shot does a lot of damage in this game and has a lot of coverage. Don't run into stuff like that either. It's not a good idea. Well, this game heckles you by constantly giving you shot power-up items to become a hazard, essentially. Big thing. Yeah, Rising loves to penalize you for doing things like collecting the shiny items. Bombs are okay to pick up. Optimally, when playing for score, you don't want to bomb as much as possible either. Because if you keep every bomb you pick up when you have maximum bombs gives you a ton of points. Ugh, this game is good. Yeah, no witticisms here. There's no particularly funny anachronisms with Soku Rentai. This game just speaks for itself. Also the only Rising game to go this hard on pre-rendered visuals. That's why it looks a bit more cavish at some points. Mostly pure pixel art from Rising. And yeah, I've not studied routing at all, which is why all these things are just getting killed. I don't know what I'm supposed to be using regular shot and what I'm supposed to be doing homing shot on. These probably just need regular shot. And when lots of stuff pops up. Oh, that can't be good. Not a fan of those lasers. Not at all. Panic bomb. Side's probably covered. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, and I got power-ups. Well, this run's a bust. You know what I will play? I don't know what else I can fire up on. Wow. Or do I just play Bulk Slash again? I feel like the answer is always Bulk Slash. Switch over to my control scheme I prefer. Copy the line split. There it is. Now, we're at maximum level with Hina here. We're at maximum level with her. So I think it's time we actually leveled up everyone else. At least got these three to level 2. I'm a bit worried that if we level up Rupiah, she's not going to tell us to keep going straight as much. So, do we want actual best girl, or do we want gratuitous German? Naira? Yes.
Wise decision. Choose a stage.
Let's see if we are able to get enough points to level her up. Of course, we have to do pragmatic routes on the final boss now. We've thrown away our big advantage.
Deploy, Corporal. Straight ahead. Straight ahead. Well, I'll be damned. Target destroyed. That leaves 4 to go. Straight ahead. Target's getting close. Straight ahead. Well, I'll be damned. Target destroyed. That leaves 3 to go. Straight ahead. Straight ahead. Target's getting close. Straight ahead. Well, I'll be damned. Target destroyed. That leaves 2 to go.
Yeah, the scariest one. Yeah. Like she's good because like she's actually cool as opposed to
Target's getting close.
telling us
Straight
to keep
ahead.
going straight.
Target destroyed. That leaves 1 to go. Straight ahead. Target's getting close. Straight ahead. Target destroyed. Shield recovered. We've got a massive bandit on our scopes. Stay frosty now.
Do, 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 do.
On the left. Straight ahead.
Alright, can we get it
Well,
all in one
yeah.
pass? They're gonna jump.
Take him down.
Hey! I'll laugh if I get really good splits up until the ones where I need the flamer.
Not bad. Choose a stage. Deploy, Corporal. Straight ahead. Target's getting close. Straight ahead. Well, I'll be damned. Target destroyed. That leaves 4 to go. Shield recovered. Straight ahead. Target's getting close. Target destroyed. That leaves 3 to go. Shield recovered. Straight ahead. Straight ahead. Target's getting close. Straight ahead. Well, I'll be damned. Target destroyed. That leaves 2 to go. Shield recovered. Straight ahead. Target's getting close. Straight ahead. Well, I'll be damned. Target destroyed. That leaves 1 to go. Shield recovered. Straight ahead. Target's getting close. Target destroyed. Shield recovered. We've got a massive bandit on our scopes. Stay frosty now.
The end of the pop star is initially. Whatever. Alright, you're gonna cooperate,
ahead.
Moonlight Butterfly?
Straight ahead. On the left. Straight ahead.
Somewhat cooperative.
On the right. Take him down.
I'll take that.
Not bad. Choose a state. I'll handle the
Everyone's favorite
navigation.
level,
On the right.
the do nothing level.
Back it up.
I think this
Back
is
it
the
up.
speed at which we'll engage with everything we need to do in the right speed.
Energy shot. Back it up. Shield recovered. Back it up. Target's getting close. On the right. Look at you go.
Whoa. Look at you go. Where's the next squad? Here they come.
Back
Over.
it up. Look at you go.
Take care of some turrets for a bit. Once this wave's done,
Well, I'll be damned.
now we will take
On the
care
right.
of the turrets. That one, then all the pop-up ones building.
On the
Next
left.
squad.
On the right. Well, I'll be damned.
Get these.
Back it up. Back it up.
Green.
On the right.
think the
Back
next
it up.
squad comes from over here. Yep.
Well, I'll be damned.
Steadily
Look at
getting
you go.
memorized. One more squad. Yep.
Well, I'll be damned.
Now we can take care of everything down
Back it
here.
up. Back it up. Fire blaster. Energy shock. Shield recovered. Back it up.
Take out the train.
Back it up.
Free to take down the next train, probably.
Back it up.
Ah, we're good.
Straight ahead. Target's getting close. Back it up. Well, I'll be damned. Back it up.
Hey, this
Well,
translation
I'll be
came
damned.
out last year. They could have had any of these characters say that you're their little pogjack. They would have dated it far more than any actual 90s dub, except for those by
We've
working
got a
designs.
massive bandit on our scopes. Stay frosty now. Straight ahead. Straight ahead.
Okay, sit still. Thank you.
Incendiary.
Take care of that bit. It's me. Oh, that's it. Knocks me
Enemy
off my course of
contact.
shooting.
Enemy contact.
Yes, the Devil Gundam is back.
Enemy contact. Straight ahead. Incendiary. Take him down.
Done, we're done, finally. Yeah, I hate that fight.
Stay cool. Not bad.
Now let's see how many times we accidentally drop the bomb on stage 4 here.
Choose a state.
Pick a dang stage.
I'll handle the navigation. Straight ahead. Straight ahead.
Let's go to the back first if we
Target's
can.
getting close. On the right. Straight ahead. Target
Good,
set.
good.
That leaves. Ready to go. Straight ahead.
I'll take that hit.
Incendiary. Straight ahead. Straight ahead. Straight ahead.
Okay, right hand side
Straight ahead.
is the next trickiest. One over
On
here.
the left. Straight up. Target set. That
Nice.
leaves. 2 to go. Straight ahead. Straight ahead.
Let's go onto that ship because we can.
Straight ahead. Straight ahead.
It's always the actual worst part of this.
Back it up.
It's picking up the bombs and turning around quickly.
Straight ahead. Target's getting close. Target set.
It's
That
just the
leaves.
left-hand one
1 to
left.
go. Straight ahead.
Any of those health discs on my way? Oh.
Straight ahead. Back it up.
Doot, doot, doot.
Straight ahead. Straight ahead.
Wait. Thank
Target
you.
set.
Nice. Good run.
We've got a massive bandit on our scopes. Stay frosty now. On the right. Straight ahead.
Doing speed. Now sit here.
Laser! Laser! Straight ahead! Enemy contact! Laser! Take him down!
That was okay. That was okay. Farewell, White Base. What's the second ship from Gundam Seed?
Not bad.
You know, Gundam Seeds were, hey, it's not White Base. There's the Archangel, and then there's the evil Archangel that Naomi gets at the end. Is that her name?
Choose a stage.
What is the second in charge in Gundam Seed's name? Then it's on the evil ship with Nobuyuki Hiyama as a racist.
I'll handle the navigation. On the left.
Had a quick blank there about what I'm supposed to be doing here. What I'm supposed to be doing is getting bad navigation. This first,
Back it up.
the hardest movement in the game. Floor 1 of this section.
Enemy contact. On the right. Target secured. That leaves 4 to go. Enemy contact.
Yeah. Hate that floor. Need to actually study what the world record does on that floor.
Straight ahead. Target's getting close. Straight
Great.
ahead. Target secured. That leaves
Door.
3 to go.
Easy floor.
Straight ahead.
You'll need to talk to Jarvie or Frank about it.
That leaves 2 to
Because
go.
I'm not actually involved on the Australian
Shields recovered. Enemy contact. Energy shot. Enemy contact. Shield recovered. Target secured. That leaves
Yeah, talk to
1
Jarvie
go.
or Frank about that.
Straight ahead. Target
There
secured.
have been a lot of communities hit with spam lately.
Enemy contact. Shield
Whoa,
recovered.
slow inputs there. Sheesh. Not good. And watch the door. Ah.
Enemy contact. Shield recovered. We've got a massive bandit on our scopes. Stay frosty now.
If you ping them, they will probably seal whatever devices they have set up to receive ping. I mean, this run's not going to be a PB because I'm not going to be able to do the quick kills on the final bosses. Because I'm not playing with Quest.
On the right.
We've had enough children for one stream.
Straight ahead. On the right. Straight ahead. What the?
Yeah, phase 2.
Straight ahead. Straight ahead. On the left. Well, I'll be damned. Take him down.
I have a feeling the explosions aren't as potent while looking at them. I need to test that out.
Bad. Choose a state.
Alright, just the walkers in the final stage to go.
Balls to the wall, pilot. 1 o'clock. Energy wave. Energy shot. Energy shot. Target destroyed. That leaves 3 to go. 11 o'clock.
Usually some orange ships pop up around.
Target's getting close.
That'll do.
10 o'clock. Laser.
Getting a lot of
Enemy
fan
contact.
presses today.
Target destroyed. That leaves 2 to go. Forward, 12 o'clock. Target's getting close. Energy shot. Target destroyed.
Gotta pick up the shield
That
here a
leaves
bit.
1 to go. Shield recovered. 10 o'clock.
Everything's a Star Wars reference.
11
Unless
o'clock.
it's a Gundam reference. Which is sometimes also a Star Wars reference.
Energy shot. Energy shot. Target destroyed.
I mean,
Shield
multiple
recovered.
people are allowed to
We've
think
got a
that a
massive
four-legged
bandit
tank
on
is
our
funny and
scopes.
cool.
Stay frosty now.
I move out here to make sure the boss is away from the city, as then it becomes annoying to hit.
Four o'clock. Energy shot. Forward, 12 o'clock.
Circle this. Jump.
Energy
Oh.
shot.
Okay, I'm at the very edge of the map, so I couldn't sidestep that direction.
Energy shot. Take him down. Missile.
Little squishy.
Incendiary.
There we are. さあのやつ。シャーメ。
Bad.
そいよ、アムロ。まだ終わらんよ。There you go.
Choose
And
a
the
stage.
easy chalk words. Reason is sure to be there too. Never playable. The greatest tragedy of this game.
Balls to the wall, pilot. Well, I'll be damned. Ugh. Enemy contact.
No, wrong way. Okay, I've screwed up my routing. Am I back on track now?
Energy shot.
Maybe not. Got it up there. Yeah, I think we're back on track now. Yep.
Fire blaster.
Got the fire blaster.
Direct hit sustained. Shield recovered.
Yeah, I was actually on fairly good pace if I was
Fire blaster.
playing with the correct character.
Energy shot. Laser.
Because this is a good game, Morrison. Made by people who care. And we're being paid Hudson wages.
Shield recovered.
Here we go, up here. This one still works. Pick up that shield while we're here though.
Shield recovered.
Over here I think
Well,
the
I'll
next
be
way to
damned.
pick up is... Oh no, it's this corner.
Well, I'll be damned. Fire
Okay.
blaster.
Okay, we'll quick kill the first phase and have to switch to ship for the second.
Chris. Energy wave. Energy
Okay.
wave.
We might be able to quick kill the second phase. We'll see how this goes. We'll see if we get screwed over by lasers.
Energy shot.
They're getting screwed over by lasers. I need to back out. Yep. Switch to flight mode and we just do this. And that's pretty much all we need to do anyway.
Energy.
Take the last few hits. Yep, there we are. All things considered, not that bad a run. I was like 22 minutes. Alright, let's see if we get the cutscene this time.
If you need to, now's a good time to cry. The more time passes by, the more your grief slips away from the truth. Something my dad used to say.
With the threat of the Spätfest extinguished, the United Planetary Federation Army broke their silence and sprang to action, dispatching what remained of Gardner's forces. Alois Gardner was discovered following a suicide attempt in his private quarters, while Gehalt, his trusted confidant, was shot dead by a Federation special unit. Thus ended the ambitions of one Alois Gardner.
What's your problem?
Next time you pick on Margaret, there'll be trouble.
I'm telling my dad on you.
We're not gonna play with you anymore.
If anyone picks on you, I'll always come to your rescue, Rizen. I swear it.
This hot spring is really big. You're gonna love it. And the view is unbeatable. Springs don't get much more secluded than this. You've been a real lifesaver, you know. It's always so hard when I'm on my own. You'll come do this with me again sometime, won't you, Chris? Oops, I guess that was a little too hard on him.
God, I wish that were me. It's okay, Fitzpopichi will return.
name, Corporal? Snazzy name you got there.
Alright, that'll do it for tonight. Thank you for watching. Next week, we should be good. We have multiple backups of the save, so we'll definitely be getting to Sakura Taisen, the good one. Thank you. Have a good night. Let's see. Is Fiery depression? Is Fiery streaming through the depression? Is Fiery streaming happily? Otherwise, I'll have to send you to someone else. Like the Exert stream or whatever it is. Does it Strive on Wednesdays? Alright, I'll just send you over to Derek. Watch some Strive, I guess. Have a good night, everybody.